Smartphones rudely tried to kill our camera industry, but they're more like flies on an elephant. We swat, we stomp. It's annoying, you guys, but you're not gonna kill us off. So I got a couple questions that this is way too fast. What the hell is happening right now?
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the Canon R5 II in RAW, of course. We'll see how that stave happens. No digital allowed in RAW. Shade. Bring shade on my house. Wow. Thanks, Meepo, for trying to kill me, by the way. My brake things just snapped off. Oh, God. Imagine that. Your brakes just snap going down this frickin' hill. Oh, Meepo, how'd you do it? Why'd you do it? So much for that idea. I was gonna ride out in nature and hide it from you by blurring the background. Oh, man. That sucks. Meepo, you're dead to me. Okay, we have a bunch of questions to get to. Smartphones versus cameras, the weight for vlogging. We're all doing that still in 2025. Agreed, vlogging type shots don't need a blurred background and are way better with more of the scene in focus. Totally agree. With that said, it does make you wonder why an actual camera and lens combo is needed in the first place then. Smartphones can do those vlogging type shots with quality these days and much easier to carry around. What would you say would be the advantage of an actual camera for smartphones in the vlog shots? That's blasphemy, my friend. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this. First, how's the stave in RAW with no digital? Is it as terrible as it was when I shot in 8K? I think it might be, so let's turn digital stave on. Get off. I said stave. I'll leave. All right, that should be better. Digital stave, 4K fine. You know there's no advantage to shooting 4K regular. It's just line skipped. You save no file space. You save nothing. It just line skips and gives you a worse image. I don't get why that's even in there. You're wasting my time. So, first of all, smartphones being easier to carry around. In the theory that you have it next to your genitals, irradiating your next baby, then maybe, yeah, but nobody does that. The ergonomics, you need, oh God, I hate you. You need a clip like this, and ideally the one for Ulanzi that slides in so you can put it away. So like this is no longer in your pocket killing your next baby, unfortunately. So you need a tripod. Now we're not really that compact. You're not having fun. You might as well bring a camera at that point, but it's not what people think. It's in your pocket anyway. Try doing that. Here's the thing. Say you were vlogging like this without the clip. You're just holding it. You're doing that, and then you switch hands. It turns. And then in post, you have to like flip the video. It's the most awkward thing. So you need a tripod. When it comes to smartphones replacing the camera for vlogging, I'm with you. That should be the case. Smartphones have little computers inside. They're so powerful. You would think nowadays with the computational videography, we should be exceeding everything. But there's major freaking flaws. When I look up the new Xiaomi 15 Ultra or something, 1-inch sensor, I just watched this video. Oh my God. He was talking, he had this like classical movie soundtrack in the background as if this was the next coming of God coming down in squirrel form. And he was like, the 1-inch sensor, you wouldn't believe it, versus the Pocket 3, it's a phone now doing, and he was talking it up, and I'm like, are you even seeing your footage? Like this flashing skies, it was the worst thing I've ever seen, over sharp, and he's like,
because Xiaomi 15 Ultra is made impossible. They have installed 1-inch sensor in a mobile phone. Yes, unprecedented quality. This phone camera is good in real, not just on the paper.
You wouldn't believe what smartphones can do. Are you even watching your own show? Like what the hell is happening? It's unusable. I am badly due for a smartphone update. We're still rocking the Huawei P40 Pro for its super slow-mo. I would love one of these new 1-inch sensor cams, but I keep seeing the footage and it's flashing skies, drastic exposure swings, like not even the basics of what should be possible. Like, just give me regular, like a lot of them don't even have 24 frames per second for your jittery footage. But for me, a real camera just gives you a natural image without distracting. Canon used to flash in the background, if I'm being honest with you, with the auto ISO and the digital stave. It was like a lot of distracting things, but I think they've worked out the kinks. in this $7,000 edition of this camera, but come on, man. Smartphones, you're not even in the basic conversation of here's a natural image. Usually they're still over-sharpened, over-saturated, and then there's just weirdness with them. There's no custom modes for easy switching. They're not even close ergonomically speaking. Whereas like on paper, you have your wide end, like plenty enough background blur, too much, if anything, and then like super slow-mo and like a zoom lens in there, and it's a tiny package. But there's no damn flippy screen on the damn thing. All the cameras are on the opposite side. No one is solving that issue without extra monitors, and you're not even close as a vlogging thing. Since you're into video, thoughts on HDR video in general could be something new to explore for your channel. Interesting. Canon does have a very interesting HDR mode in here, so let's switch to it. Okay, I've just switched into HDR. It's a very weird mode. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, that looks amazing. And then I'm like, no, it doesn't at all. So saturation is a bit high. I just lowered it -1. So this is the first time we're trying that. And outdoors. I remember trying this on the Canon M6 Mark II or something. And I was like, that's kind of cool. It's different. It's not like your typical smartphone HDR, but it was limited so bad. Like it was only 30 frames per second and the audio got really weird. But next to C-Log 2 boy, what's happening? Are we seeing something different? Am I more dynamically exposed? Although he didn't change exposure. I'm aperture priority now, and we're learning not a whole heck of a lot. Wow, that speed. That was good. That was good. I don't mind that. So when it comes to HDR in general though, like that's what I hate about smartphones. There's something about it that makes you red and the shadows get super red. Fuji had a HDR mode. It was utterly unusable. Like it's so bad. And that's what I hate about smartphones. Like that's part of the reason why smartphones look so fake, and GoPros. It's like, look at all the dynamic range, but it's fake and it doesn't look normal. Probably like this is. Canon's better than most, maybe. Don't quote me on that. You think Arri cameras have like an HDR mode that they're flipping on? You think Quentin Tarantino's in that menu section? He's like, yeah, flip on the HDR. Come on, I just want a bit more dynamic range. He won't even shoot unless it's Fuji-made film from hand. That's each roll, not each frame, has to be handcrafted and licked together. And then he'll make a movie. All right, we're at Tony 5.6. I've brought the background into your heart. You see her. You see her. She's coming. She's gaining on me. Why am I that slow? Elderly woman. Can't even see her. What's she wearing? I'm fitter than her. I could race her down the street. I'll film it. Couldn't keep up. So HDR's bullshit, as we're seeing right now. It's not the future of anything. My monitor at home has this option, turn HDR on. I'm like, okay, what the hell is that? Off immediately. It's never a good thing. I want more dynamic range, but it has to be real. You can't fake it. And then once it's real, then it's like, whoa, look at that. Little Panasonic dynamic range boost on a full frame. Arri level sensor. Wow. All right, last question here. Very interesting, Casey. You used to talk a lot about the weight and flexibility of cameras, especially when you criticized the weight of the S5 II, saying it was quite heavy for vlogging. Aren't you bothered by the weight of the R5 II? Just because it's the exact same weight doesn't mean I've contradicted myself. That's the first on the channel. I've never done that. You're lying to yourself. We're now in faithful and HD. Fine. Take that. So, yeah, it's heavy. But like the S5 II at the time, we're talking like Sony ZV-E1, 491 grams. Haha. And then S5 II comes out and it's like less than those specs. And it was like 740 something grams, and now this is 760. I'm not a fan. I'm not happy about the weight, but like, what are you gonna do? A7S III was 699 grams. It's not great. I like the tinier bodies. I miss Micro Four Thirds, but they're even fatter. GH5 805 grams. It's like, what are we even doing? Lightweight gear is fun. It is so fun to use. This isn't fun. I'm not having fun right now. It's kind of heavy. I got the lightest lens possible, and in my mind I was like, you know what, maybe that'll be doable, and it's doable, but it's not fun. I know my shoulder's getting a workout and it's painful. It's a 28 mil, so I have to extend it way out there. Most people are doing this, elbow leaning on their ribs and shit. This is your life. Friends? You don't have a friend in the world. Get it on it. Oh God, that's shaky. But that's the thing with Panasonic, you have a heavy body and you don't have one of these ghetto-ass light lenses. Your version of this is a 28mm Tony 8. Manual focus only. Barely even lighter. Like slightly lighter. Not worth it at all. So like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Where's the light lens? Because if you're doing like the 18mm 1.8, that adds quite a bit of weight. I personally would get the 24mm 1.8. It's slightly lighter than that. And then, okay, it's still, that would be way too heavy. This is already just, you're pushing the limits, man. It's nice to have under 800 grams, but it's really nice to have like 600. I miss those Olympus days, I tell you that much. I would be right back in Panasonic. Give me a chance. Give me a reason, man. I'm right back in with you. That 15mm Leica, that's returning. I'm going all panty boy any second. I'm waiting for it. You know, like I've been shooting with that Wildlife 600mm Tony 11. I'm like, that ain't right, man. It's, oh God, I downgraded on that one pretty hard, and I'm just like fathoming. I'm gonna make a whole other video, but Panasonic might be coming back hard in my life. But that's why I got the Canon. You cannot get a lighter Wildlife Prime setup, and that's full frame. It's ridiculous. It's just, I wish it looked a little more filmic. It doesn't though, so it hurts me. So I'm always looking for the lightest possible, and I will make fun of you if you're fat. All right, we're in 8K to end the video, and C-Log 2 again. Final thoughts wrapping up. Smartphones, you suck. Just be real. Stop doing weird, distracting things. Like, fix your exposure swings. You don't have to keep changing it and panic checking the sky. It's really annoying and stupid. And give me custom mode, so it's like C1 is 4K 24p outside. C2 is your 8,000 frames per second in 4K bursts. Boom. And easy switches. Lens, like, let me save things, everything. Every time I turn this phone on, it reverts back to everything from the beginning, and I have to remember things. That's not fun. So smartphones, you suck. HDR, you're a gimmick. Work on it. Be real. Just more natural, man. Wood, skies, grass, real things that you can touch. Paper cut, staples. And then the final thing, make it all light, and I might buy it used in 10 years. Take that. I'll leave. Bitcoin. That's fun. Subscribe for more.